Good morning. Welcome to Wake Up with the Early Nerd Live. I'm your host, Steve, the Early Nerd. Huh, something's going wrong here. I figured it out. Yes, I did. Okay. Good morning, and welcome to Wake Up with the Early Nerd Live. I'm your host, Steve, the Early Nerd. And as always, I'm talking quietly because if we wake up Mrs. Early Nerd, then we're all in trouble. Today is Saturday, first day of the weekend. I hope everybody's got their cups and here to enjoy. I get to go babysit today. That'll be a lot of fun. I love babysitting. I get to go hang out with my grandson, and that'll be fun. It usually is. All right. So, technical difficulties aside, let's get to the video. Jean Dubarry, Johnny Depp's new movie, and has is riding high in the French box office. Hopefully, we will see a an English translation soon on maybe Netflix or something because it looked really good. I watched I watched a preview for it and I liked it. I um, I like foreign films. You know, you generally get a total different quality of movie when you watch foreign films. So I'm actually looking forward to watching this, uh, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to read an article uh, about talk that talks about it, and it'll get into the French box office numbers and everything else. So here we go. That's much better. Johnny Depp's comeback movie Jean Dubarry rides high at French box office after Cannes premiere. After being greeted with a 7-minute standing ovation on opening night of the Cannes Film Festival, Johnny Depp's comeback movie Jean Dubarry, directed by Mai Wen, has charmed French audiences after debuting in cinemas. The costume drama, which stars Depp as French King Louis XV and marks his first leading role in 3 years, has been having a strong run at the French box office, proving that the controversial star is still bankable, at least in France. The film was widely released by Le Pacte on 650 screens and has grossed nearly 4.1 million from more than 550,000 tickets sold in 2 weeks, according to ComScore France. Currently playing across 800 screens, the film got mixed reviews in Cannes, but still has the potential of selling up to 850,000 tickets, an estimated 6.4 million, according to Eric Marty at ComScore France. Jean Dubarry is doing the job. It's a well polished film with good production values, and it attracts a very large public, Marty says, adding that Johnny Depp is still popular in France. If he was canceled, the film would probably be at 150,000 tickets sold. French audiences have always been enamored with Depp, who lived in the country for many years with Vanessa Paradis, a famous French actor and singer with whom he had two children, including Lily Rose Depp. Depp's Pirates of the Caribbean franchise and his other work has also been hugely successful in France. During his 3 year hiatus, Depp was honored at festivals in Europe, notably at San Sebastian and Deauville. Even more telling than the critical recognition, Depp was also retained as Dior's ambassador for the global ad campaign of his Sauvage fragrance since 2015 and was offered a massive $20 million deal to renew his contract. Marty points out the performance of Jean Dubarry in France was respectable, particularly considering that the box office dropped by one-third over the last week due to the lack of new U.S. blockbusters, as neither Fast X nor The Little Mermaid have proven to be smash hits in France so far. But Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse could drive an upward trend, having sold 118,128 tickets in a day on May 31st. Lepec's boss, Jean Labadet, a veteran French producer-distributor who was one of the film's first backers, along with the sales banner Goodfellas, formerly Wild Bunch International, is even more enthusiastic than Marty, saying that Jean Dubarry could garner up to 1 million admissions in French theaters. The fact that it world premiered on opening night at Cannes is a huge bonus in terms of exposure. And if you add that to the fact that it's led by two glamorous stars, Mai Wen and Johnny Depp, it checks all the boxes, on top of being championed by all cinema chains across the country, says Labadet. Another positive element is that Jean Dubarry is performing slightly better in multiplexes than in art house cinemas, and is working well outside of Paris. Jean Dubarry stars Mai Wen as Jeanne Verbernier, a working class woman in 18th century France who rises the social ranks and becomes King Louis XV's lover. Her working class roots make her a social pariah at the Versailles Palace. The movie's acclaimed supporting cast includes Benjamin Laverne, Pierre Richard, and Melville Poupaud. I hope I pronounced those right. Over the last 3 years, Depp made headlines for his ongoing legal battles with ex-wife Amber Heard, which culminated in the defamation trial, which we all know what happened. We all watched it. The film's promotion doesn't appear to have been negatively impacted by a scandal involving Mai Wen, who admitted to spitting on Edouard Planel, the editor-in-chief of Mediapart magazine. While being interviewed on the talk show, I have no idea how to pronounce this, Quotidian, maybe, I think. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. On the eve of the film's premiere, like Depp, Mai Wen is also a popular figure in France. Her 2011 film Police won the jury prize at Cannes and sold over 2.3 million admissions, while her 2015 film Monroy won Best Actress for Emmanuelle Bercot and sold over 745,000 admissions. Her previous film, DNA, had its theatrical run cut short in 2020 because of the closures of the theaters during the pandemic. Goodfellas hasn't yet closed a deal in the U.S. on Jean Dubarry, but it's believed to be sold in many major territories. Le Pacte and Goodfellas helped finance Jean Dubarry with the production house Why Not, as well as Netflix, which pre-bought second window rights for France only. French pubcaster, France Televisions, and Red Sea Film Foundation. The film was budgeted in the $22 million range and shot on location in France, including at Versailles. Now, I'm really interested in seeing this movie, just because I like period dramas. I always have. I mean, I watched Downton Abbey and loved it. I watch a lot of period dramas on Netflix just because I think they're cool. I like them. So I'm actually really interested in watching this movie. I wonder I wonder if it'll, excuse me. I wonder if it'll come out in the States anytime soon. I mean, I doubt it, but we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll go to Netflix and I'll be able to watch it there. But who knows? I think it'll do well. Personally, um, I like Johnny Depp. Pretty much almost everything I've seen him in, I've liked. So I can't see why it's going to be a bad movie. Um, so I can't wait. I think it'll be fantastic. And on that note, um, I think that's about all I've got for today. Please excuse me, y'all, for my pauses. I'm in a little bit of pain today from my accident uh, week before last. So I do apologize for that. Um, okay. So, anyways, like I said, I believe that's all I have for today. Uh, Remember, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, there will be no game update tomorrow on Sunday. It will be just regularly scheduled programming. I'll find something to talk about. I usually do. Even if I can't find something to talk about, I'll talk about the lack of being able to. I've already done that once, and I guess there's nothing preventing me from doing it again. So, with that being said, remember, whether you're going to work on this Saturday morning or wherever it is you're going, be safe, be careful out there, and always remember, Early Nerd loves you. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye bye now.